Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Cleesaddle with our second installment of our podcast, otherwise known as the K-Cast. And I mentioned on the first episode, I was going to have guests on to ask questions, and so you get to know the faces of Sergeant Smith. My first guest on our second podcast is Marta Colazzo. She is our front office secretary. Keeps me out of trouble. That's her major job to do, which is probably the biggest job she has. Keep me out of trouble. But she's the person you're going to talk to on the phone when you come in to sign out your child. That's the person you see. She's the face of the school in the front office. So Martha, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So
Good to be here.
you see a lot that goes on in the front office, right?
Yes, I do.
Do you have anything that could help our parents as far as sign in, sign out procedures?
Yes. When we begin the day, we ask parents that when you're dropping your kids off in the morning, do not drop them off in front of the school. Get on the car line if you're dropping them off by car. I understand if you come late, then you come to the office after 9:30. But we would like for you to get on the line. The front is not a drop-off. We have buses come through there, and we want the safety of all children. Nothing to happen, so that, if you can please follow those rules. After 9:35, the late bell rings. Parents will drop off their students. If you can, please try and make it inside the office with your students so you can sign them in. And they will get a pass to class, and they will be excused. If they're not with a parent, they're unexcused. I ask parents to be patient when I'm in the office and I'm busy and they ring the bell and I tell them to wait 1 minute. We need to have the safety of the office, so I don't want a lot of parents in the office at the same time. So I always ask the parents to please just wait a minute, do not keep ringing the bell, and I will attend to everybody, in a timely manner. We try to keep everybody safe. There are students that are being dropped off before, sometimes at 8 o'clock in the morning. There's not an adult outside to monitor those students. The students are supposed to be here at 9:15. I understand some parents have to go to work and leave them, but we ask that the students be dropped off around the corner by the gate so that they're in one place and not walking around campus and while there's no adult supervision outside.
As we go into the new school year, attendance is one of our major objectives, goals that we have. Because nationwide, schools are having trouble with attendance. Since post-COVID, for some reason, kids don't think they need to go to school, and some parents don't think they need to go to school. So attendance is going to be our key work, and Martha and I will be working together. Because as she will tell you, that last year we had students with up to 84 hours of missed instruction time, not for being absent, for signing in late or signing out early. And then I take the data that Marta gives me, and I can make a correlation between the student being out 7th period, 8th period, being signed out frequently, and their grade. There's a direct correlation between how the student's doing and being signed in, signed out. We understand, and Marta can speak for herself, we understand there's doctor's appointments, right? Things happen and parents have to come pick their kids up. But
Absolutely.
it's excessive. There are students that get signed in late last year almost daily, right? So we're going to figure out a reporting system, and Martha's going to feed me information so I can communicate with parents. It's not all of you, right? Majority of you, your students show up on time, they're ready to go, they're in the right uniform. But there are some students that come in late habitually every day, and we know who they are, and we're going to talk to parents about getting them here on time. That's a responsibility too. You have anything to say for that, what I said?
Yeah, a lot of students, and it's usually frequent, same students get signed out. I never get a doctor's note or anything like that. It gets hard because it's almost every day. So, we ask for you to be aware of that and just, try and keep the students in school to the end of the day if you can. Because there are a lot of sign-outs. I get very busy in the afternoon, and it becomes a problem because there's a lot of things that I'm doing in the afternoon because we get ready for release time, and it gets very busy and very hectic in there. So if they absolutely have to leave, I can understand, but if not, I recommend you keep your student in school.
Martha, what tips can you give to parents that they want to come in without an appointment to see an administrator? What can you do to help their frustration and them to be more patient with us?
If there are situations where I can help a parent, I will do that. In a lot of cases, I can. If they need information or they need a code or they need anything like that, I can help them with those things. I do try to tell them that in the morning is very difficult. When the bell rings, the staff in the office is out on campus receiving the students, making sure everybody's getting here safe. They're not always available, so I try to tell them, let's make an appointment. Or I give them the information to the person they want to talk to, and that person can call them and schedule an appointment with them. And a lot of times that works out, but sometimes they come in hot in the morning, and I understand you have situations going on, but you have to understand that, staff is busy in the morning. We are busy doing other things, so we try to get to everybody as fast as we can.
Going back to attendance real quick, something popped in my mind. The fact that there are some families that go on vacation during the school year. Understand that. There's things you have to go to out of country or out of state. You have to attend events or an emergency happens with your family. But what do you look for as far as documentation from a family if a student's going to be out, 3 days, 5 days a week?
We have these forms. They're not official forms, but they're information for us. And so there's a form, it's a prearranged form if a student is going to be gone for more than 3 days. So that they have to pick them up before they leave because, we need the teachers to sign off on what they want the student to do, what they're gone, so everybody knows where they're at, and the administrator signs it, and the parent has to sign that form before even an administrator signs it. So, I recommend that parents try to alert me. We have a few students right now that are gone, and they didn't let me know ahead of time, so it becomes a problem because I'm marking them excused because the parents came to me, but they really, you really need to let us know ahead of time when you're leaving for a week or more because it becomes a problem with attendance. And the teachers don't know. They don't know why they're gone. And, it's your responsibility to let the teachers know why your student is not there. It is not the office responsibility. It is the parents' responsibility. And it becomes an issue for me because I have to relay all these messages to teachers. So I just say be aware. You go on vacation, the student can come to me, get a vacation form, get it filled out by the parent, the teacher sign off on it, administrator signs it, and then we're good to go. But, hopefully that won't happen too frequent.
The other area we ask patients for is with transportation. I know you field a lot of calls in the morning or afternoon about late buses. What can you tell parents about our control of buses?
Well, I try to tell them, we understand the buses are late. Sometimes it's traffic. We don't know the reasons because we do not run transportation from our school. Transportation is a separate department, and the parents have that information because the district sends that information to the parents on the buses that students are going to be on. And when they're late, the parents' responsibility is to call transportation and find out where their children's buses are. It's very hard for us to manage that in the office. There's a lot of things going on, and I don't always have the time to sit on the phone and wait for transportation to answer the phone because I'm busy. That is a parent's responsibility, and that's where I'm going to leave that.
So just so you know, Marta obviously speaks Spanish as well, and oftentimes if I call a parent that speaks Spanish, she will translate for me, but even if there's a meeting that I have, she will come in and sit with me and the parent and we discuss our issue. So there's 1, 2, 3 front office, well, counting the nurse, 4 Spanish-speaking staff members in our front office. So everyone should feel comfortable coming into our school to get the help that they need. And as I said about the part about seeing an administrator, one side of my brain says, oh, you can't go to a doctor's office, a lawyer's office, and immediately see a doctor or lawyer. You'd have to have an appointment. We think a little differently in schools. Although we have things we need to be doing, it may take a little time to get to the office. We know that you give us every day your most precious belonging, person in your life, your child. So we know that if you have something you want to come in and talk about, we will stop what we're doing and come talk to you at the quickest time. We may be involved with something else, but we will get down to the office once we're notified to talk to parents. But just know that we do make every effort to get down to the office. Marta, you've been here for how long?
5 years.
5 years. 5 years at Sergeant Smith. Anything you'd like to say about the school?
This is a great school. When I first got here, it was a little rocky for me, but you know what? As time went on, it got better, and I love working here. I love working with the students. I love this age group, and I enjoy my time here. It's a place I like to come to.
Well, Martha, we're very fortunate having you here. You're an asset to the school. You help out the staff. You help out parents. You are that main face for parents that they go to. You should be like an assistant principal.
I think I am already, without the title.
So we look forward. I look forward to seeing or broadcasting to all of you next week. This will be posted on our